Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update. I just saw a public, well, it wasn't public, but semi-public message from Tehran that they just got Heather, so she is officially released. For those that were curious, she is released at this moment. If you guys haven't checked out the video I put up, that was with Bruce. He's one of the viewers in the family. He had received a check from Fidelity. We're going to be looking more into it tomorrow. I'm calling the bank that they used to draw the check off of, since they can't seem to track down the transaction. But that's the first proof of actual cash from from the account. So I mean, yeah, it's a check, so it's not technically cash, but it's as good as cash. I know that we have certain individuals over there basically sounding like beyond tinfoil hat wearing people talking down about certain individuals. I'm not going to play into that. It's pretty sad when egos are more important than basically working together. My offer still stands. I'm willing to have a full conversation without, as long as I can actually get a word in, have a chance to speak, and it's not one-sided and set up to look as though somebody rambling and somebody that, wants to talk in a very negative, aggressive demeanor and can't string together an intelligent sentence. Hijacking that conversation. I shouldn't even be saying that because it's kind of getting a little negative. I just don't appreciate the same person running around and continuing to act like a little schoolgirl and basically, running his mouth. We already know that that person seems to think that they are to totalitarian control of the movement, and that they seem to think that they are the only reason why this movement is here, and they forget the most important thing, which is the movement is not here because of myself or Harvey Dent or Heather Tucci or any of the, not Gary Larrabee or any of the big names. The movement is here because of each and every one of you. You guys give this movement life. You give it the heart. You give it the soul. And you make it a movement. With just one or two or three or four, it would be nothing more than, a theory or a group. This is a movement because of each and every one of you, and it belongs to each and every one of you, and I want you all to know that. So as you're being told by certain other people, to follow them when they truthfully haven't brought you anywhere in over a month, the only place they've brought you is to print your own fraudulent checks and things of that nature. I would recommend maybe looking to some of the other really good people out there that are doing a lot of good. Extraordinary Light, Jermaine, Triple, Levitate has put out some really good stuff as well. You got Willow putting out some really good information. You have, let me think of some of the other people. Even though I don't agree with Gary as far as Ginger goes, Gary has put out a lot of good information. There's a lot of people really working hard and putting out a lot of good information and a lot of heart. Eon's had some pretty good stuff as well. So I want to stress, for those that are not seeing it, just look at the demeanor, look at the attitude. I mean, when you're going to take someone that literally bent over backwards to help you, and they were good enough all the while through that, and then you're going to turn around and stab them in the back and then try to publicly humiliate them everywhere you go, and discredit them when, and then to say that, for instance, with the Ginger and Portia stuff, that same individual, they seem to forget that they were in the chat cheering it on and giving their seal of approval on it. And then in the comments section of the Porsche thing, doing the same exact thing. So, you know, don't be hypocritical. It's just not suiting. And, you know, as we've heard, I'm actually going to try to dig into, I don't know if you guys heard on the call last night, but I had a big question for Harvey, which was, where did he get this from? Because we all know that Harvey did not find this information. He heard it from someone else and then made a video, which the video ended up going viral. So, I'm gonna try to track down and find out a little more. When I asked that, there was some really strange things about it. The person that he said he got it from is in relation to some kind of government situations, military. I'm not sure if it may even be intelligence. So, as I know a lot of other people have thought from the beginning, and as I've thought from the beginning, I thought it was very odd the timing that this information was released and how it was released, almost like it was intentionally planted here and intentionally leaked. So this raised some questions for me that I personally need to do a little bit of digging on and try to gather as much as I can from that. So that's one of the things on my to-do list. Anybody that that has already done this or may have found anything on that, if you could please forward me that information, I'd really like it. You know, there's plenty of spotlights for everyone to share, and it shouldn't be about who's getting more attention than another. This is about people's lives, people's freedom, people's souls, people's, you know, well-being all around. And I think that is what he is forgetting. And it's pretty sad, really, that that it's coming to that. And I'm not trying to put him down, because as I've told him time and time again, I'm very happy to have a discussion and sort it out, because I think it's a very grave mistake that's being made to divide and to continue, you know, acting as basically a child throwing a tantrum, especially like how he did last night. Basically, you know, screaming a bunch of nonsense and hanging up because he wasn't getting his way. Let's be adults. Let's be above that. Let's be above you running around and doing what you're doing, because, you know, you're just showing how hypocritical you are. I mean, you literally leaned on me, and I was good enough when you needed it. And to be honest with you, you were out of public opinion, and people really should go back to some of your old videos on your website and see how you talked to all of the viewers when you sat there screaming at them and picking fun at them, or basically disrespecting them for asking you questions that you thought were not valid or stupid, or when people were talking about reversals and you were literally screaming at them. You lost a lot of public opinion back then, and you know, I personally sat there and went to bat for you and kind of fought for you and kept trying to keep you alive in a sense, as well as when you got screwed over trying to keep your name out there and how to get to you. So, you know, for anybody that can think rationally, looking back and looking at what's going on, they can see the truth. And you've just kind of really made yourself look pretty ridiculous at this point. And I'm not saying that to pick at you. I've got no ill feelings for you. I just think that you really have let your ego go way to your head. And as I've said, I kind of, in a sense, did as well, but I stopped and I saw that. But at the same time, there's a big difference between what I did, which was to stop people from being harmed, which is exactly what was going on. They were being misled and harmed, versus, you know, you attacking someone who's got the same information, or is going in the same direction. Someone that was supposed to be a friend. Anyway, and I'm glad that Heather and Randy are going to be released. Heather's released. Randy, I think that's coming, but you know, to say that they've done nothing for the movement is a total lie. Their cases are crucial to the movement because it exposes the fact that the accounts are real, as I've said several times. And by me, you know, thinking that it's important, and thinking that it's important not to forget other human beings who are in danger and jeopardy as a result of trying to expose these accounts, that does not mean that I am, you know, just putting all my other discernment out the window, and it's just that they're not doing anything wrong. So why attack them? But then again, I wasn't doing anything wrong to you, and you attacked me. But this childish shit's got to stop. It's fine. I'm not going to keep harping on it. I honestly thought it was going to stop because, you know, of course I'm going to go over and check out your information, Harvey. See if you had something new. Doesn't seem like you did, though. But, you know, I went over there just to see if there was something new coming out, new information, but instead it was Slander Central, where you're sitting there and acting like a clown, talking about Heather and Randy and myself negatively. So, I mean, and that's just, it just shows that it's like jealousy. That's all it boils down to, is jealousy. You're jealous, and I don't understand why. You know, there's plenty of attention for everyone, and it's not about attention. It should not be about attention. This is people's lives we're dealing with. It's not, you know, a circus act where you got to be the three rings. So hopefully you get the memo and you realize how childish you're being. Yeah. If you want to talk, or you got any other questions or concerns, feel free to hit me up. But yeah, guys, Heather is totally free. She's, well, not totally free. She's under house arrest, but she has been released. So that's good information. That's good news. And you know, we'll keep watching the cases closely, as these cases very much so are relevant and important to the movement, everyone's movement, not what the dictator demands the movement is or whose it is. It's very important that we keep an eye on that, because it exposes those accounts, and it also exposes the illegal actions of the so-called government and the criminal justice system. The fact that they had to change what really happened from Randy using his social security number versus their story that he changed the digits. So, yeah, guys, much love to you. God bless. And if you like what I'm doing, give me a like. If you haven't already subscribed, do so now. Most importantly, share this information, get it out. Much love to you. God bless. And all of your hard work and all of you guys sharing this information has made it possible for Heather to be released. So you guys really should pat yourselves on the back. Every single one of you is awesome, and you've done an amazing job. So keep up the good work, guys.